So I just started the Spiritual Freedom Marathon over there on YouTube. And one of the things that I'm talking about is dethroning idolatry. And one of the testimonies that I gave is how in my own life I had idolatry, and it was serving ministry. Like that was my idol. Now, this was back in 2012 to 2014. It was very subtle. I didn't even know that I was doing it. I didn't even put a name on what I was doing till like years later when God confronted me about it. This is how I know when you make something your idol, it will absolutely destroy things in your life. Absolutely destroy it. Now, to give you guys context, this was 2012 to 2014. This was around the time that this was my first time going all in for a ministry. I had just, I had left the street life behind me, the community of street life behind me, and I wanted to do something new. Like I really was trying to be like, okay, God, I don't know what I'm doing, but if I'm supposed to be in this church community, this is what I'm going to do in order to serve you and to surrender my life to you. Now, guys, I was super young. I didn't know what I didn't know. But one of the things I do know is that I was so trying to make sure that I was a part of a community. I was a part of a church. I thought that being in this community was going to absolutely turn everything around. I thought it was going to get me out of poverty. I thought a lot of things. I thought it was going to get my people saved, my family saved. I thought it was going to get even the people that was around me, that was in the street saved. Boy, did I had stuff wrong. And so a part of this, I was talking about how you don't hear people talk about how they had their idol was serving ministry. You hear a lot about money being an idol, a pastor being an idol, a leader being an idol, a relationship being an idol, a job, a business being an idol. You know, people, that is their idol. But you don't hear a lot of testimonies about how they were serving in ministry and that had become their idol. And there's a difference between serving in ministry, being your idol, and you're actually serving in a ministry that's a cult. Complete difference. Because some of y'all serving in ministries and they're a complete cult. And then the sad part is you don't even realize you're a part of a cult, because who else is going to deem that? If you don't do X, Y, and Z, and if you don't check off X, Y, and Z, and if you miss volunteering or if you miss serving for more than one time or two times, you're going to get kicked off of the serving team or the usher team or the assistance team or the ministry team. Anyways, serving in ministry had truly destroyed a lot of things in my life. And when God eradicated me from that ministry, it took some time to rebuild. I had the people that suffered the most was like my direct family. Like they suffered the most, right? My finances has suffered. My thought processes has suffered, because there was a moment where even after I left that ministry, I kept looking for ministry after ministry after ministry after ministry, till finally God was just like, girl, go sit down somewhere, because you are carrying Egypt all around that town that you're in. It has not left you. It don't matter where you go. That Egypt is still up in you. And I need to get it up out of you. And so it took a process, something so subtle. I didn't even realize that I was doing it, because a lot of times people think that people know what they are doing sometimes. I would like to say in my instance, I didn't know that that was wrong to do. I didn't know that I had placed serving ministry above God, above God's obedience, above God's warnings. And so many times when you find people in these type of places, they like to say, well, they didn't know. You absolutely did know. Just tell the truth. You ignored God. You put God on the back burner. You put God to the side. You made serving in ministry an idol, or you made your pastor, your leader, whoever an idol. And it comes in different ways. People think that it comes in you just bowing down. No, it's those very subtle things. It's those very subtle moments. It's those very subtle pauses and those hesitation. But because you respect something, because something is well respected, because you think it's a good thing, because you think that you don't know any better, because we do that a lot. We put ourselves down because a person comes off like they're more seasoned, or a ministry comes off like they're more seasoned. They absolutely know what they're doing, but in essence, you never go back to God to say, hey, God, I don't know everything. Is this you? To wrap this all up, yes, idolatry can absolutely destroy things in your life. It can absolutely hinder your spiritual growth, and it can absolutely make God's hands against you. I wrap this up to say there are sometimes people think they're not in idolatry because they feel like they have blessings and they have open doors. I want you to go to Exodus 32, and I want you to see how the people had erected their own God. They built up their own golden calf, and then they dedicated to God, and they did burnt sacrifices on that thing, boy. Because I have seen people say that, oh, well, I know I'm not. I know. I don't have no problem. Da, 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 da. My leader prophesied over me. My church, ever since my church. Good things been in my life. We have a whole entertainment industry that's filthy rich. And who's their God? Until the next one.